Greetings gamers, welcome back to another episode of the IFK Goteborg series, and it's been up and down so far for our form. Now you can see for the competitions wise, we are currently sitting 4th place with 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss and 2 goal difference, and Malmo have won 4 games and drawn 1. They are smashing it with a 15 goal difference. They won 6-1 in their last game. They're absolutely dominating, and yeah, it's going to be a tough all season, especially, it's not going to be anywhere near how kind of easy it seemed at times last year, or last year, you know what I mean. So, schedule-wise, we met then for the 3-0 defeat. We bounced back with a 1-0 win over Gardens. A very bitty game. It was one of those that probably easily could have been a draw on another day, but we did have the more possession and have the more chances, as you can see there, but they did have some decent opportunities themselves, so it was a bitty game. We then had a 1-1 draw against AIK. I mean, first off the bat, they've got Kaka playing for them, who is a Brazilian, really young, decent player. I don't know why it's not showing the scout report. We obviously had a scout report because we just played them, but it's gone now. But either way, we're like a 5-star potential guy. But yeah, they've got Kaka. It was, again, one of those games where I think, edged it, but we didn't look brilliant. Yellow kind of thunderbolt got us the draw there. We then played IFK Braj, who are a recently promoted team, I think, and they're near the bottom of the table. Probably could have done better here. Now, Soda did got 2 goals. It was a decent victory, but could have been better. Now, one thing that has been evident so far is Georgie is nowhere near as lethal as he was in the cup games, where he was just unbelievable, and also last, again, year in air quotes, where he was insane. I don't know if that's something to do with the whole transfer wanting to leave situation. I'm not sure, but he's such an important player that when he's been having off games, it isn't great. It really is noticeable. Now, 3-1 against Sundsvall, you probably think, because again, they were sort of down the bottom of the sort of league, and you probably think, it's not a bad game. But we have early Mark, our ball-winning midfielder, sent off after 3 minutes, 30 seconds. It was literally the first highlight, and he just scissor-kicked someone on the edge of the pitch, not in a dangerous position or anything. There was another player there as well. It was just stupid. But the thing is, we still managed to get the win, which was awesome. First half, it was very bitty. Second half, though, we really came out and kind of showed them who's boss, which is awesome. Again, another brace for Soda, who has kind of bounced back after a few games with nothing, with 2 goals in both the last 2 games. Now, we play Norrköping today and Falkenbergs FF. We'll see how we get on. Now, we are missing a few players. In this run, we've not had Anderson. I just think of Matrix. Mr. Anderson, who has been injured, so he has been missing, unfortunately, and he literally has just sort of come back, so I am resting him, and I don't want to sort of risk him by throwing him straight in. Danso, one of the youngsters, has been in the team. Again, obviously with early Mark suspended, Gustafsson, so we've got a couple of replacements in the squad at the minute, which isn't ideal, but kind of is what it is. We've also, I think, had something else. I can't remember what, though. But yeah, it's been going all right. But in a few of the games, especially the early ones, I've just sort of been there it's just not playing as it did. Now, one thing I did do, and you probably noticed there, I've put the target man to advance forward again. I'm just going to see if that helped. It seemed to help in the last game. Basically, as soon as we went down to 10 men, which obviously was straight away, I moved Afyan into the box-to-box role and moved Danso into the ball-winning midfielder role. So we kept the 3 midfield and just had Kishishvili and Soda. But I moved Soda into the advance forward, and he seemed to do all right. So I'm going to give him another go in sort of advance forward. Maybe that target man just isn't working. It worked all right cup games, and it worked all right in the sort of other save towards the end when I was using it. But maybe just right now we need the advance forward. I think there's a few things going on. A couple of players missing. Afyan could be improved. Soda is decent, but maybe again could be better. And I think also Georgie isn't firing. So I think there's a few little things here and there, but once we sort them out, we'll be golden. But yeah, that's the team, guys. That's kind of how things have been going. The only other thing to let you know is literally a little bit ago in game, I asked for an improved youth recruitment, which they've given us, and increased transfer budget. Because it was there, I asked for it and they gave us it. So we have a 4 million transfer budget. So probably not going to use it right now. We are obviously scouting a lot of players, which is brilliant, but I'm probably going to wait until we get towards like the June, July sort of window, which we're not obviously a million miles away from. But yeah, so let's get it going, guys. Right, submit the team. I think you've already seen it, but yeah, that's the team lined up with a couple of changes, but we'll see how we get on today. It's going to be a tough game. Norrköping are a very good side, even in sort of the last year. Don't know when I'll stop using the air quotes to say year. Last year when it was not the season before, but prove a point. Go for it, guys. Now, one thing I have noticed, though, is even like we've been on that decent run, we've won a few games in a row there, the morale just seems to be really hard to get it to improve. It always seems to just stay at like fairly good, or sometimes it's like a little bit under. And it's like, why? We're winning and doing all right. I'm constantly talking to them, praising training, conduct, and if they do well or whatever. So, not really sure what's going on there, but got to highlight Thurn. Oh, that's just poor. That is awful defending. That is awful defending. Literally just passed it a few yards to an open player in our box. What is that? What is this player doing? Yellow. Answer on the postcard, but yeah. That isn't great. That is not great from us. We're not looking the same as we did. We're definitely not looking the same. Hopefully it's not a major issue with this tactic. Now, someone did sort of say that with 3 midfield, it's best to have Mazzala, but the Mazzala just seems so overused. It's like every sort of tactic you see, there's a Mazzala, there's a Mazzala, there's a Mazzala. It's just, I don't know, it's a bit boring when you see the exact same sort of roles and the exact same things all the time. So that's why I'm trying to stay away from it a little bit. Because I looked at it, I was like, oh yeah, I've got Mazzala. But it's like, oh yeah, that's just what everyone does. Let's say, show me something else, second half. Not really done anything. We've had some opportunities, but none on target, really. This is probably a really obviously tough game for us, but I'm expecting a little bit more out of us, to be honest. I mean, it is away as well, but, you know, we've had a decent little run of wins, so it'd be nice to give something here. We just seem to be, like, doing nothing at the minute, and ball's gone in. Easy header. What are we doing, boys? I don't know if it's you guys, because obviously, literally, the games we've lost have been live comps. I say lost. I mean, we haven't lost this one yet, but it looks like it. So I don't know if you're the curse for us this year, but this is awful. Look at that. That is dreadful. Conversion rate and stuff. 6.1 for Nafian. Georgie's just non-existent. He literally is just non-existent. He's a shell. But Amian is playing even worse. Bring Danso off for Anderson. Williams. I really don't know, guys. I really don't know what is the issue, to be honest. Not even seen anything. It'd be nice to get a goal or even a highlight, guys, would be lovely. We've had shots, but they've all clearly been like from range or not on target or whatever. Well, we literally saw 0 highlights for us. And yeah, we only saw like the 2 where they actually scored. I mean, Norrköping are obviously really good. They're second in the league, but that isn't great. That isn't great. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. It's going well, guys. It's going well. Oh, bloody hell. Gave it your best. I did not mean to say that. I don't think I'll be able to rescue this. Nope, even worse. Okay, let's just leave. Let's just leave. So it's time for game day number 2 against Falkenbergs, and a little bit disheartened by the last result, but we'll go again. And annoyingly, Anderson has picked up another injury. He's going to be out for another week. He picked up a few days ago, so that's really frustrating. I'm going to drop, because I was about to drop Amin anyway to the bench and give the sort of young regen a bit of a chance. He's been a sub, but he's got something about him, so I'm kind of wanting to see. Since we've not really had much out of Amin anyway, or Georgie, I'd rather just want to freshen up basically. But unfortunately, because of injury, I'm going to put Amin Nafian there. Because he did alright when I dropped into there in the Sunsville game. But yeah, otherwise, not making major changes, to be honest. We'll just sort of see how things go. I am going to try the target man again, but yeah, we're basically just going to see how things go with this match and see if we can spot up. Now, the thing is, the last one, we didn't even get any highlights, let alone anything else. So we couldn't really see what was really happening, what the reason for the issues was. But hopefully we'll get something today. As you can see, morale, shocking, even though we're exactly where we're supposed to be in the league. And you know, we've not like lost loads of games. We've lost 2 games. It's not the end of the world, but it just seems a little bit really dodgy for some reason. I don't quite know why. I really don't. But either way, guys, let's get into the game. Passionately say, yeah, couple of worthy display off for the media. But let's see what we can do here, guys. I'm really hoping for a bit of a bounce back, good performance. Go out and get basically some morale boosting victory. I mean, that was poor. That's not exactly what you need off the bat, but either way, Wilkstrom with it. Wilkstrom running in, goes to early mark, who's already doing better than his last game he played. Vernison crosses it in. There's the new guy. I can't really say his name. Jezek, I think it is. Jezek. But he hits the crossbar. But decent early signs. You know, we've had an attempt there. We've had 5 and 3 on target. So we've had more attempts on target so far in this game than we did in the entirety of the last one, really. But still not going to break through. 28 minutes on the clock. This is what I mean. We just seem to be very sluggish. Like last time, we were having chances galore. Yeah, we are on key highlights. I've not put on like no highlights or anything. A lot of the games have been like this. They seem very sluggish. We're just not getting anything. We're just not really getting anything creative here. We're dominating the game, absolutely dominating, but why are we not creating chances? Right, it's time to get aggressive with them. Far from pleased. Let's have a look at the tactics, guys. I mean, I'm just not sure what it is. I've asked him to shoot more often to try and see if we can just get him in a decent position. I'm going to say take more risks, because it more refers about the passing, so passing risks. And maybe, because they just don't seem to want to cross. I have no idea, but they just do not want to seem to cross. Crossing from deeper areas of the pitch rather than wait until the ball is in the attacking third. They just, because yeah, it just doesn't seem to be on their radar. They get forwards and they just keep going and going and going and going. They just don't ever seem to want to cross, which is just really stupid. But hopefully maybe take more risks. A cross is a risky thing, so maybe that'll actually help them do that. But we'll see what happens second half. Let's get back out there and see what we can do. Now, there is a highlight, which is always a good thing. We haven't got many of them in the last couple of games. Sort of goes back to Vernison. And this is the thing, though. He's, even with the target man, he's still pushing out wide quite a bit. Yellow knocks it forward for Georgie. Georgie! Oh, why did he not pull why did he not shoot sooner? It just seems there's no urgency to shoot. They're there in goal. Just shoot, guys. Corner is defender, though. Yusuf. Can we build something from this? The Gracer. Yusuf. Goes back to Yellow. Fortunately, ends there. I'm going to say push forwards. Because frustrated by the feedback. God. Come on, guys. 60-odd minutes against a team like this. This is unacceptable. Really is. We've had 18 attempts, 70% of the possession, and we're just doing absolutely nothing. We'll go attacking, but it just seems like, what is going on? We don't seem like anything like the start of the season. Like in terms of the cup games, we beat decent opposition. We've hit the post there. You know, Gardens were in there. Sunsville, I think, were in there as well. Who, yes, we have beaten. But these guys are poor. These guys are poor. Last year, we thrashed these guys, I'm pretty sure. Now we're drawing 0-0 with 19 shots. Just seems ridiculous. I'll bring Avery on for Georgie, who's done absolutely nothing. But no one's really done anything here. It's been very, very poor. Yellow's playing decently, but he's knackered, so we'll bring him off the last few minutes. Get creative. Can we just sneak it at the depth? You know, it won't be ideal, but a win would be a huge result if we can get something. Corner, Fenamin. Can he deliver a good one? Some point today. Here we go. Ball's played in. De Grey says free. On the rebound from... Who was it, actually? Was it Soda? Oh, it's Early Mac. Early Mac gets the goal. I mean, I'll take it, guys, but we're not playing well. We're not playing well, and it is worrying me. Because I'm not sure why. I don't actually know how he saved that, because the ball actually seemed to be above his hands, but... Yeah, FM does FM things. Sure. It would be nice to get another goal, so it wouldn't be quite as tight, but it looks like it's going to be a 1-0 win. It's not great. It's not great. Yeah, we're going to say that, because it wasn't good enough. We've got IK Sirius coming up next, who again are a team sort of, mid-table-ish. We're doing all right. Like, we're not awful. I think this season is probably a little bit more realistic. It's just the way we're playing that's bothering me. Like, I'm not too bothered about the results in terms of like the win-loss ratio and things. Like, we lost against Elfsborg, which is a shame. They're currently 6th, so they are a decent side, to be honest. Ugardens, that was a decent one. A draw against AIK, not a bad result. Norrköping are a very good side, so that's not a bad result. It's not a completely catastrophic result. We've picked up wins against teams that we really should be doing, and we've got a run of teams here up to Malmo where hopefully we can get some results. Hopefully. But it's just the way we're playing that I'm a little bit worried, because we played alright, especially like these games here. We're a little bit sluggish in these, but these we played really well. I don't know, guys. We'll have to see what the next episode brings. I do worry because, like, here, Georgie was firing. In these games, Georgie was absolutely firing. He got a couple of goals there. He got hat-trick there, was it? Yep. He was doing really well in the early sort of games. And that's just completely seems to have dried up from here. And I think that might be the issue. I think if this role isn't firing, it massively affects the rest of the team. I mean, just think too, again, last year, he was absolutely banging goals in for fun. That's why we obviously got really attached to him. Part of me feels like maybe I should have sold him when we got them offers. I was kind of hoping, the main thing with me is I was hoping that basically he would sort of say, after that window closed and stuff, I'll stay. Now the interest is gone, or, I mean, I suppose it hasn't gone, it's actually quadrupled. But now the window's shut, I'll stay. And I would give him a really big contract and just try and appease him as much as possible. I'd happily give him like $4,000 a week. It just kind of hasn't happened. So, to look at that, Swedish Premier Division, he's been really poor. Compare that to how we were doing in the Cup. I mean, it's light and day, guys. But anyway, guys, if you've got any ideas, do let me know in the comments down below. I'm hesitant to make massive changes because I know it can work. It worked previously. I think there's just something niggling away, but hopefully we can fix that. Again, look, we won a game, and yes, I said that we didn't do great, but just look, it's quite good. It's fairly good. It just seems like really poor to say that we're all right. I mean, contrasting personalities, George is the only one there. Managerial Sport's going up. Team cohesion's really good. I'm just not quite sure what it is, but either way, guys, I'll see you in the next episode, which will be probably the Swedish Cup final and Malmo. Yeah, I think we'll do the Malmo and the Swedish Cup final, take 2. Hopefully we can get the win in that again and get ourselves into Europe. But either way, I'll see you in that next episode, guys. Thanks for watching.